James, the world's clumsiest YouTuber. Always dreaming big, even when his current setup barely qualified as functional and looked more like a garage sale exploded.
All right, YouTube fam, today we're taking things to the next level. No more wobbly webcam and echoes for me. It's time for an upgrade, a transformation, a complete technological revolution right here in my humble abode. I'm gonna build a professional-grade home studio right here in my room. Top-tier production, crystal clear audio, zero budget. Think plush soundproofing, ergonomic camera mounts, and a lighting setup that would make Hollywood jealous. And you know what that means, right? This is going to be epic.
Armed with boundless enthusiasm and a questionable definition of professional grade, James set out to gather his building materials from the deepest, dustiest corners of his bedroom.
Aha! The perfect base for my new camera stand. These old paint cans, once thought useless, will now provide excellent structural integrity.
And look at this magnificent collection of cardboard. It's practically begging to be repurposed into a sound-dampening chamber.
And this, my friends, will be my state-of-the-art microphone arm. Ergonomic, adjustable, and environmentally friendly because it's 100% recycled.
Just needs a bit more strategic placement of this vintage duct tape. Yes, the sticky stuff is key to all advanced engineering. Who needs fancy metal when you have the sheer power of adhesive to defy gravity? Not me.
Building a zero-budget studio proved to be a delicate dance between ambition and the immutable laws of physics, a dance James was not quite ready for, nor particularly good at.
Almost got it. Just a little more pressure, a deep breath, and a prayer to the YouTube gods. There, rock solid. Ish. Definitely ish. This is just like building a Jenga tower, but with more tape and significantly higher stakes for my online reputation. This old lampshade? Perfect for soundproofing. Just needs a little repurposing as a highly absorbent baffle for superior acoustics. And these empty soda bottles? Instant acoustic diffusion panels. Genius, right? Pure unadulterated genius from the mind of James.
Indeed, James was a genius of precarious stacking and temporary solutions, but a genius nonetheless.
Behold, my brand new, cutting-edge, state-of-the-art streaming sanctuary. Who needs fancy equipment when you have determination and a mountain of recycled trash? It's a masterpiece of recycled engineering, ready for prime time, baby. My subscribers are going to be blown away by this professional setup.
James, in his boundless optimism, seemed to overlook the fact that his masterpiece appeared to be held together by hope and a prayer.
James, what in the world have you done to your room? It looks like a recycling plant exploded in here and then tried to rebuild itself into a giant wobbly robot.
It's my new studio, Mom. Built it myself. Eco-friendly and extremely professional. You know, for my YouTube channel.
Eco-friendly, yes. Professional? James, I'm pretty sure that contraption is defying at least 3 laws of nature right now. Professional? James, that looks like it's going to collapse if you so much as breathe on it. Are you sure you shouldn't just use the kitchen table?
Nonsense, Mom. It's perfectly stable. Watch me make some YouTube history right now with this magnificent setup. This is the future of content creation. You just wait and see. All right, everyone. Lights, camera, action. Or, in this case, a lamp, a phone, and a whole lot of ambition to make this work. And we are live, or at least recording. Get ready for some absolutely epic content that will revolutionize your viewing experience. The world is not ready for the sheer professional quality I'm about to unleash. Today, we're talking about the top 5 gaming fails of all time. Number 5, when I accidentally deleted my entire save file right before the final boss. And coming in at number 4, a moment of pure, unadulterated clumsiness that you won't believe, involving a spilled smoothie and my brand new keyboard.
Get ready for the chaos, folks, because things are about to get wild.
Meanwhile, the true architect of chaos, Captain Whiskers, found a new toy in James's precarious construction. A loose wire dangling just within Paw's reach was simply too tempting to ignore.
Meow.
A tiny, innocent meow that belied the impending structural catastrophe.
And the #1 most epic fail. Wow, what was that? My entire setup is doing an interpretive dance of destruction.
It was the sound of reality crashing down on James's ambitious, if unstable, dreams, and possibly the sound of his webcam's last moments.
My glorious professional zero-budget studio. It's gone. Reduced to mere components once more.
My studio, it was so epic for like 2 whole glorious minutes. What happened? I knew I should have used industrial-grade glitter glue instead of regular tape. Or maybe super glue. That's the secret.
The problem, James, was not the adhesive. It was the fundamental principles of structural integrity that seemed to elude him. And so, James's professional studio was reduced to its original components, a pile of sad, defeated junk, now with a new layer of dust and a faint smell of regret. But a true YouTuber never gives up. They just find new, increasingly chaotic ways for things to go wrong, before eventually, maybe, possibly, getting it right.
Or at least right enough for a video.
Let me guess, this is going to be epic. Didn't quite pan out this time, huh, James? Looks like your studio had a sudden, unplanned deconstruction event.
It was almost epic, Leo. Just a minor structural integrity issue, that's all. A tiny hiccup in my grand design.
A tiny hiccup that resulted in a junk avalanche? You really have a talent for turning simple tasks into epic disasters.
Minor? It looks like a giant ate your YouTube dreams for breakfast and then spit them back out onto your floor.
It's just a setback, a temporary artistic dismantling. I'll rebuild it bigger and better. Maybe with more tape and possibly some string.
Right, because clearly the solution to not enough tape is always more tape. Brilliant logic, James.
What in the world happened here? Another one of James's epic experiments in defying gravity and common sense?
Hey, Sarah. Just a small creative demolition in the name of content creation. My audience demands raw, unfiltered chaos.
More like raw, unfiltered cardboard and a very confused webcam. Let's see if we can apply some actual engineering to this creative demolition.
James, you don't need more tape. You need some basic structural engineering. We can make this work, but we need to think beyond pile it high and hope for the best.
Engineering? I thought enthusiasm and a strong internet connection were the main components for YouTubers, and maybe a cool intro song.
Enthusiasm is good, but physics is better. Let's start with a solid foundation, something that won't wobble if Captain Whiskers sneezes. For a stable base, think heavy and wide. Then build up with interlocking layers, not just precariously stacked items. This creates a much stronger structure.
Interlocking? So like Tetris for my camera? I think I can do Tetris. I'm a Tetris master, actually.
Exactly. And remember, the heavier the base, the harder it is to knock over. It's not rocket science, just basic common sense.
With Sarah's practical wisdom, James's studio rebuild went from a chaotic disaster to a surprisingly functional, if still quirky, masterpiece. It was less about epic and more about it actually works.
See? Simple, stable, and still zero budget. Just needs a little common sense and less reliance on blind faith and sticky tape.
Wow, Sarah. You mean I don't need to defy the laws of physics to make a YouTube video? This changes everything. Wow, it's actually standing. And it doesn't look like it's about to spontaneously disassemble itself into a pile of sad memories.
That's because we used physics, James. It's a powerful tool, far more reliable than wishing and hoping.
For the first time,
James understood that epic didn't always have to mean dangerously unstable.
Sarah, you're a genius. My epic ideas usually just involve more flailing and less actual thinking, which usually leads to more flailing.
Just remember, sometimes simple and sturdy is better than elaborate and wobbly, especially when sensitive electronics are involved.
Consider me educated. From now on, my builds will be mostly sturdy.
All right, take 2. Or is it 3? 4? Doesn't matter, because this time, nothing can stop me from creating amazing content.
Let's get this video recorded. This is going to be, well, you know, surprisingly stable and potentially epic.
James, ever the optimist, was ready to conquer the digital world, blissfully unaware of the tiny, furry storm brewing on his desk.
So for today's video, we're discussing the surprising history of the rubber chicken. Did you know its origins trace back to ancient theatrical props? It all started with a simple squeak, evolving into a comedic icon that has graced stages and screens for generations. Truly groundbreaking stuff. And the key to its enduring appeal is its versatility in expressing both absurdity and slapstick comedy.
Just when James thought he had conquered all challenges, from structural collapse to his own overzealous ideas, a new, furry obstacle presented itself with silent, stealthy precision.
A tiny sound, but one that signaled the beginning of James's next minor catastrophe. Or major, depending on your perspective.
And a key to its lasting appeal is its... Captain Whiskers, no! My mic! It's taking a bath!
It appeared James's microphone had decided to take an unscheduled swim, and judging by the sparks, it wasn't enjoying the experience.
My precious audio equipment, electrocuting itself in a glass of water. This is truly tragic. No! Not again! This is a catastrophe of epic proportions. My video, my sound quality, it's all ruined.
Well, at least the camera didn't fall this time. That's a small victory, James, thanks to our robust and cat-proof design.
But what good is a stable camera if my voice sounds like I'm broadcasting from the bottom of the ocean?
All right, emergency backup plan. We'll use the principles of acoustics and a little bit of improvisation. Necessity is the mother of invention, after all.
A cup in an earbud? Are you sure that's going to work? It looks like something from a spy movie or a really bad science fair project.
Trust me, James. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most ingenious. It's all about directing the sound waves.
Okay, deep breaths. This is it. Take 4, I think? Let's hope the audio is passable. Please be possible. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now, Internet? Can you hear me through the power of a paper cup and a dream?
And to everyone's surprise, especially James's, a surprisingly clear, albeit slightly tinny, voice came through.
It works. It actually works. Sarah, you've saved my video. You've saved my channel. You're a true lifesaver, a tech wizard.
Glad I could help. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best ones, James. And a cat-proof mic stand helps too.
This calls for a celebratory dance, or at least a very careful sitting down dance so nothing else collapses. And that, my friends, is how you make an epic video, even with creative challenges, structural difficulties, a very mischievous cat, and a temporary microphone solution. Never give up on your dreams, even when your dreams try to fall on your head or electrocute your microphone. Adapt and overcome.
James, having truly learned the meaning of resilience, was ready for his grand finale, or so he thought.
If you enjoyed this wild ride, don't forget to smash that like button, share with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel. and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming absolutely epic content. You won't want to miss what happens next.
Because next time, we're building a rocket ship in the backyard. And trust me, that's gonna be even more.
And just like that, James's moment of triumph was brought to a sudden, very James-like end. His finger, it seemed, had a mind of its own.
Epic! Wait, did I just hit the... Oh no, not again.